Welcome back to Living Local. Have you ever wondered why you are the way you are? Well, the answer might be connected to your childhood. The experiences you had growing up really shape who we become, influencing our personality, mental health, and even how we connect with others. And our next guest is helping people rewire their mind for success. Welcome to the show, author and life coach Eli Bowman. In this segment, sponsored by Influencer Press. Eli, welcome to Living Local. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really happy to be here.
So give us some background on yourself and why you decided to take the path of pursuing a career as an entrepreneur, an author, and life coach, all these different things.
As a kid, I was very entrepreneurial. I would, when I learned that baseball cards were worth monies back in the 90s, I would buy them for my friends and I would sell them to other friends for a profit. And shovel driveways in the winter, getting snow out of the driveway. So it's always been a part of my DNA, I would say. Really, I'm a cut from the cloth entrepreneur, and so I've done that my whole life. But it really wasn't until recently where I realized that entrepreneurship, while paying the bills, didn't bring me happiness.
Yeah. And so you decided to start writing?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always loved writing. I did some writing throughout college, but decided to really put my expertise, post entrepreneurship life, which is now based in neuro-linguistic programming and the human mind and the unconscious mind specifically, put my frameworks into a book, and it was time for that.
Yeah, and the human mind, it's so fascinating too, isn't it? Tell us a little bit more about your book, though, Rewrite the Program. What does that title mean? What does that mean?
Well, our unconscious minds are a lot like computers. And computers, whether you like it or not, they're going to run on programs.
Yep.
Our unconscious minds are the same way.
Okay.
Some programs serve us. Some programs don't serve us very well. So the question becomes, how do we delete those negative programs and instead install positive programming that actually serves us in our day-to-day life?
Okay, so thinking about how our brain is programmed, how big of an impact can our childhood, shape who we are today?
Oh, it's everything. I mean, really, from when we're born to when we're about 8 years old, where our brains are in a theta wave state, which is the same brainwave state that hypnotists use on adults to get them to be highly suggestible. So we absorb like a sponge when we're young, and those absorptions, those learnings, they translate into behavior as adults and the patterns that we get stuck in. So our childhood means a lot. Now none of us are going to dodge some of the things that give us some bad programming. We all have it, but we can do something about it. And science nowadays is really teaching us what we can do, and that's what I help people understand.
Yeah, some people think, that was so long ago. Surely you've grown out of that, or, that wouldn't affect you now. But that's not the case.
It remains. That child is still within us.
Yeah. So what areas do you find people are most challenged when it comes to changing their mindset?
I think when people feel like they're stuck in a habit, and we get in what I call these active loops. And these loops are essentially our day-to-day grind. It's our life. It's our lifestyle. It's the actions that we take. And some people will just be dead set on, I don't change. I can't change. I've been doing this for too long. That's kind of a trap. And if that loop is not giving you happiness, you're the only one that can save you. You're the only one that can change it.
That's so true. That's so true.
And you can change it as an adult. You don't have to have some external force come and force that change. There are ways to change.
But it does take time.
It takes time. And it takes work.
And discipline, yes.
But it's worth it.
Yeah. Do you find that people, when they do suddenly find success, though, they end up crashing?
I think when the success is rooted in something that's superficial, yes.
Okay.
But purposeful endeavors, purposeful pursuits that lead to success, that's the recipe for a long-term ride on the success train.
Okay, so what are some tools or maybe some tips that you can share that maybe have a lasting impact on someone's life?
I would say the biggest thing we can do to impact our negative unconscious programming now would be to improve the inputs that we bring into the mind. So read books that uplift you and that fuel you. Be with people. Surround yourself with people who think the way that you want to think, or that people that have done the things that you wish to do. Those inputs, they impact the rest of the way that our mind works.
Yeah, and people always say, you know, you don't want to be around those like negative people,
Right.
because you end up bringing that negative energy,
Yes.
you know, to your life,
Your
right?
inputs
Yeah.
equal your outputs.
Yeah.
So
What do you hope people take away from your book?
I just want them to be able to see in the book the linear framework that exists for someone who is seeking a purposeful life and doesn't know how to achieve it because their unconscious programming is standing in the way. I want them to see a hopeful path where I want them to read the book and realize, I can do this.
Yeah.
This is something I can actually affect in my life, this positive change.
Yeah, yeah. It must have taken a lot of research, though. I mean, it's like I said, it's so fascinating.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
And do you? What kind of feedback have you received from your book and from people who have read it?
So far, it's been nothing but positive.
Yeah.
The frameworks in there, they are mine. They're not out there anywhere else. And so I've been implementing these in my coaching practice with success. So I know the principles work. I know the frameworks work. But the response so far, for the limited number of people that have received portions of the book,
Yeah.
has been wonderful. I'm thrilled with it.
Okay, so where can people find the book?
My website, elibowman.com, is going to have some pre-order links there.
Okay.
People can find it right there on my website.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Eli, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much
Thank
for taking
you.
the time to come in and talk to us today. And again, this segment was sponsored by Influencer Press. And for more information, you can go to elibowman.com. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com. More Living Local